The Fiat Panda has been around for over 30 years, and this latest incarnation looks like it's retained the boxy design that's aided its practicality while having a small footprint. But just in case it wasn't obvious that it's a Panda, Fiat have written it everywhere. It's also clearly an Italian, as while other manufacturers are ditching exterior body moulding, the Panda has these huge plastic door protectors for taking on the battle in the cities. This is the base spec pop version, so it does without a few creature comforts, including remote locking, which can be a bit irritating, especially when it comes to the boot, because you have to use the key to open it. The boot is a decent size though, it's considerably larger than the previous Panda, and with the seats folded down flat, thanks to the boxy shape, it has quite a decent load area. Inside, those with a love of soft touch plastics are not going to be won over, but I do like that everything feels solid. It feels quite sort of utilitarian. It's going to be spending a lot of time in family and rental markets. This is a car that's been designed to take hard usage. Although in this car, the seat material and the rock hard rubber headrests do have a bit of public transport-y type feel about them. And the pattern that runs along the doors and the top of the dashboard is a little bit interesting. This rear seatbelt for the middle is located in an interesting holder that's a bit fiddly to get back in, so I just tend to leave it hanging. Like the old Panda, the seating position is high up, so this gives you good all-round visibility. It also means that it makes things easier when manoeuvring in tight spaces and driving in cities. The new handbrake is a good design for stop-start city driving. However, unfortunately, like before, this central column kind of gets in the way if you've got long legs like me, and especially if you've got adults in the back when you have to move it forward a couple of inches, making it very cramped for taller drivers. Under the bonnet, this car is fitted with the 1.3 Multijet diesel with 75 bhp. 0 to 62 takes 12.8 seconds. This engine in the range produces 108 grams per kilometre of CO2, so it does not qualify in the UK for VED and congestion charge exemption. However, other engines in the range are able to qualify, so check if this is important to you. This engine does feel quite torquey, and if you keep it between 1500 and 3000 RPM when the turbo's doing its work, it can be quite good for darting in and out in city traffic. It also means that if you've got a carload of people, the torque over what you would have in a small petrol car means that it doesn't feel all gutless all of a sudden. With 4 people in the car and driving around London this weekend, I found that the Panda was easily getting in excess of 50 mpg, and this was aided by the stop-start system fitted to the car, although a couple of times it took more than one attempt to restart on this car. The biggest surprise for me though is the way this thing handles. I drove the old Panda across Poland with 3 mates in the car, and in every bend the body roll was horrific and it had near zero steering feel. This new model is completely different. Driving across bumpy country roads, this new Panda doesn't find it a problem, and also the steering has some decent feel to it. It means that you just have so much more confidence driving it than you did with the old car. And this is a base spec diesel model, so I can't imagine what it's going to be like when they come to replace the 100 HP, or if this gets the A-bath treatment. It's going to be one epic little baby hot hatch. What Fiat have done with the Panda is to stick to a winning formula for this sort of car. It still has a bread van profile because that's the shape that works. It's got big lumps of plastic on it because city cars, especially in Italy, need to take a beating. And it's got hard-wearing interior because it's probably going to take family and rental market abuse. This new Panda improves the formula though, and with huge improvements in dynamics, it broadens the appeal and makes it one of the most capable little city cars on the road today.